So focus your attention so you don't miss any information, okay? Get those attentoscopes on. Eyes are looking. Ears are listening. Mouths are quiet. Brains are thinking. And hearts are caring. So, there are 2 assignments today called read-alouds. And there's a reason for that. I'm doing a read aloud, but if you came and picked up your packet, which I think most everybody, I think I only have one person that still needs to get their packet, has their packets, you got a copy of the book Frog on a Log. And that book was given to all of the kindergartners in the county from the Monroe County Community Foundation. And they are people who raise money for the community. And then they think, well, what could we do that would be really, really...
I can't find my packet with the frog and the log thing on
It's
it.
okay, Clara. You've got time. Just listen to what I'm saying right now, okay? But the Community Foundation thinks, well, how can we do good things to help our community? And they decided several years ago that they wanted to do a program called Real Men Read. And in the Real Men Read program, we have men from our county, from Bloomington, who read stories to kids. They come to the school and they read a story, and then the Community Foundation buys every kid in kindergarten in Bloomington a copy of that book. And so when you got your packets, you all got Frog on a Log. So one of your read aloud assignments is a video of Mr. Joe reading Frog on a Log. And he's really funny. His wife is Miss Thompson. She works here at Rogers. And I actually have babysit for them with their girls. And they're a lot of fun. So you'll have to watch that video today too. Also, you have a new Spanish teacher. Hooray! She's just getting started. So one of your assignments says Spanish lesson. And I have it linked. So you can just click on the lesson and go to her video. And then you'll get to meet her. She will be your Spanish teacher until winter break. So she'll be here for us through November and December. So you'll get to learn from her. Also, we have a social work lesson. So some of the lessons today, they won't be me. You'll get to meet some different people. And I hope that you enjoy them and that you're really good listeners and you learn a lot. Now, I want to go ahead and get started with one of my very favorite stories about pumpkins. And this is a fiction story. That means it's not true, but I really like to read it because when I read this pumpkin story, I feel like it's not really just about pumpkins, but it's kind of about people too. And it's called The Legend of Spookley the Square Pumpkin. And I'm sure some of you have heard this before. Spookley is actually a story that was written by a dad who had some kids that said, hey, read us a pumpkin story or tell us a pumpkin story. And so he made this story up for his kids, and it was so good that they finally made it into a book. And it's one of my favorite stories. You'll notice that Spookley's kind of different. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookley wasn't like his friends, for they had curves. He had ends. So they're all round and he's square. He's very different. Spookley was different. He was odd. He was rare. Spookley the pumpkin wasn't round. He was square. It rhymes. Rare, square. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookley sat there, shaped all wrong. He tried and he tried, with all his might, but he couldn't budge. He just sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Spookily wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is, until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather is fair, but there are times it's better to be square. Was it nice of the pumpkins to tease Spookley for being different? Not at all. You know, when I was probably 12, I remember I have very small, deep set eyes. It's not really that different, but I remember some of the boys in my class would tease me about my eyes. And one boy made fun of my lips. And I'm pretty normal, but they made me feel really bad. One boy told me one time that it looked like somebody took a rock and pounded my eyes into my head because I have tiny eyes and they're kind of deep set. And the other boy told me because my lips are shaped kind of, and I have that little place. This is called the Cupid's bow. Where my Cupid's bow is, my lip is protruding a little bit. This boy started calling me Eagle Beak, which is terribly mean, isn't it? And I went home and I cried. You know, nobody can help what they look like or how they're made. And sometimes I think that people are made different and special to test the rest of us to see what kind of good people we are. Because what makes us good people is how we treat others that are not like ourselves. And so, unfortunately, they weren't being very kind. But luckily for me, I have who always told me I was beautiful. And so I just chose to kind of believe them. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, then off they'd go, bouncing left, slamming right, banging, bashing. What a sight! Spookily sat there filled with fright, glad to be a square that night. All those round pumpkins are just rolling everywhere. Suddenly, the fence gave way. So the fence broke. 3 pumpkins rolled out into the bay. Spookily knew what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he tipped, he tried, and finally flipped. He was on his side. Again he tipped, again he flopped, again he flipped. And then he stopped. Look where he stopped. Right in the gap where the fence had snapped, he blocked the way. The hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted, "Hooray!" Spookily, the square pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump, and another one a smack. Now, they're not hitting him on purpose. They're rolling because they can't keep themselves from moving with the storm in their round shape. How nice that a different pumpkin was the hero. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash. And then it all went black. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one and laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And when the last one was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, was wedged against the broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too. But there was brave little Spookley, sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there the farmer knew, of all the seeds he had ever sown, Spookleys were the most special that he had ever grown. And the next year, when it was time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, that morning about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds, most of them square. But were cubes and some rectangular. Some were flat and others triangular. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Garden variety makes. Now every year on Halloween, Spookley's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare, then they pick a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. Now you know the story of how Spookley grew. Maybe someday, if you tell someone too, they'll go tell someone who'll go tell another, and maybe one day we all will discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. You know, I love this story. And the reason I love it is because it sometimes makes me feel I feel like I'm going to cry when I read it. And the reason is it makes me feel very happy inside. You know, kids and grown-ups too have to learn the lesson that, you know, people are not all the same. We're all different and special and unique in our own way. And that doesn't make anything bad. It doesn't make one person better than the other. It just means that we have differences. And those differences are what makes this world a really exciting place. I'd be very bored if everybody was just like me. I'd have nothing to learn, no cool, fun things to go find out about. It would just be blah. And so I think that when I read Spookley, I think about all of the wonderful kids and grown-ups that I've met in my life and how each one of them, no matter their color, the way their hair is done, the things they can do, the things that they can't do, the things that they say, all of those things are special and unique, and they make life really exciting because it's always something different. And so today I thought that while you're at home, maybe you could make your own special pumpkin. I'm going to do one myself, and I'm thinking I'm going to use markers. I'm going to start out with my outline, and it's really hard for me to pick a shape. I love all the shapes, but I think today I'm going to do triangle. Just sounds like fun. So I'm going to make a great big triangle. And it might be not the most perfect one, but that's okay. And I'm going to give it eyes. And a smiley mouth. And I'm going to give it a stem off to the side. Maybe even some tendrils. And then I'm going to color it and make it pretty. I was going to use markers, but I kind of think I like to just use markers for my outline, and then I think I'll color it with my crayons. So let me see if I grab my crayons. I don't know about you guys, but I have this huge tub of lost and found crayons from the floor. And I think I'm going to make my pumpkin rainbow.
Raise. I show you.
Honey, right now I'm teaching, so please wait and raise your hand, and I'll come back to you, okay? So I'm going to rainbow it. I'm going to do red. And I know the colors of the rainbow are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So I'm going to get an orange. Probably not my best orange. I might get another that's a little more orange and put it under it. I got to make sure I go around those eyes. Yellow. Don't want to get my whites of my eyes colored. Could. Red, orange, yellow, green. I'm going to go ahead and get my stem. I'll make my stem green. And I might even trace over my tendrils to make them green. So green. Gotta be careful. I want it to be a 3-star coloring. And I can just keep making my pumpkin as special as I want it to be. So I'm going to finish it off screen. But you guys should make your own pumpkin, and maybe you can hang it in your bedroom to remind yourselves that each one of us is special and we're unique and we make the world a better place in our own way. Okay? Sound like fun? I think so. Now I have tons and tons of hands, so I'm going to go ahead and start with those at the top. Miss Zoa, what would you like to say?
This is one of my favorite toys and my favorite one my littlest favorite toy is I don't know where it is but it's little Liam. And the other thing I want to show you is my puppet.
Oh, cool. Is it a hippo?
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. Well, thanks for sharing those. Artur, what did you want to say today?
Yesterday I got a haircut.
I can tell you're looking pretty handsome. I like it. Looks real good, buddy. I mean, you always look good, but you're looking particularly sharp today.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. Haley.
That I have some flowers I wanted to show you.
You do. Let's see them. So pretty. I love those cosmos. Those are one of my very favorites. I think they're so pretty. They're looking nice. They're still holding up pretty good. Thanks for sharing, you guys. Veer.
I just wanted to show all of my work. I finished it.
Wow, you've been working hard.
And this and this.
Okay, yeah.
And this.
Yeah, you've been working hard. Good job, buddy. Karen.
I made that slide. Well, it's not round. It's not like zigzag.
What is it you made?
What? Can I show it to you?
Yeah. Is it right by you?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, is this
and unicorn can get an it.
cool? What is it made out of?
2 cups and this.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks for showing us. That's pretty neat. Cashton.
It's my black kitty.
Yeah, it's so cute. Hey, Cashton, can you do that?
Huh? Cashton, did you know cats are my favorite thing? I have another one. One is a girl, one is even my cats are the favorite. So the one is a girl. The one is nice, so the girl's nice, so this one's bad.
Cool. Hey, Cash, could you ask Daddy to stay on when you get off?
Yeah, I needed to talk to you anyway, so I was going to ask you the
I'm
same
not
thing.
sure they have a way to communicate, so I want to check. Okay. All right. Jean, what did you want to share?
Not done yet.
I'll first story by then.
No.
Why? She isn't here today. She's at her grandma's house.
Okay.
Kitty.
Thanks, Jean. So are you missing her?
Hold his arms like that.
Yeah. Oh. Clara, what did you want to say?
You need a cat.
Well, they're behind me right now. What are not for? So the first thing is this is part of my pumpkin. I did not finish it yet, and I've been making a card for Audrey. I didn't finish it yet though either. I still have to put the words.
Cool.
That's a chipmunk, and I've been making a craft book. This is the back of it, and it says act. I can't even read it. Let me sound it out.
You'll have to check it out. Yeah. Cool, though. I love that you're making books.
Oh, but there's also one more thing. I made the marble thingy. Whoa.
Cool. Did it work?
Yeah.
That's
I put
awesome.
this on the end so it stops.
I like that. That's creative. Cool.
You put it like up on something like my bed or something.
Nice. That's awesome. Thank you. Leah.
What are you doing? I made a Halloween song on my whiteboard.
Let's see it.
What are you doing that?
I love that. That's awesome. You got a little countdown going, and I like.
And then I put jack-o'-lantern, a ghost, and a skeleton on the bottom.
You did a nice job. Those are good
When it
drawings.
was Halloween.
Very cool, Leah. I love that. Nico.
I want to say I can't raise my little yellow hands, but I want to say I have these.
What are those?
These are beads.
They look like shells. They're pretty. You have to make something special with those, huh?
I'm gonna get this. Yes.
Very cool. Thank you, Miko, for sharing those. Jean. Jean, did you want to say something else, honey? If you do, you might be needing to hit your mute, honey. Oh, Jean, I can't hear you. Try that mute and let me know if you get it. Nelson. Oh, wait, did you get it? Jean, I can hear you now. What did you want to say, honey?
I wanted to show my bead box.
You have a bead box?
Wow.
Very cool. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Nelson.
Miss Race. I want to show you something.
Scarlett, you're next. Let me do Nelson, and then I'll be right there. Okay, honey?
Okay. I want to show you something.
Sure, Nelson. What do you have?
Working on it during class. I was looking at the class. I made 2 little pumpkins and 1 square one.
Cool. Can you hold it up a little higher so we can see it? Nice job, buddy.
Let me put a little closer so you can see him. You can see him.
Yeah, I see that guy. That's like a Spookley pumpkin, isn't it? Very cool. You'll have to color those.
I'll show you the other one.
Sure.
He is Amy. Where is he? I'm gonna show you the 2 pumpkins. Let me just get a little lower.
Nice.
That's the pumpkin juice on the top. On the pumpkin juice.
Cool.
You see that one? That's the pumpkin juice on top.
He looks cool. Very nice. Thank you, Nelson. That's a good picture.
It's made out of pumpkin juice.
All right. Nice. Now, Scarlett's my last hand, and then I'm going to talk to Cashton's daddy, but everybody can go ahead and go. Yes, Scarlett.
Sure, this house that I got yesterday is brand new. And Marky got a space gun that when you go in the dark, it shoots lasers on there and it lights up. And you should really see it one day. And then in here, I got a house, and then it has markers so you could color these unicorns. And then when you're all done coloring them and you want to color them again, you just take them, you fill this up with water and take them a bath. And then you could color them over and over again. And it comes with a unicorn. And it also comes with a Yeti.
Oh, they're cute. Interesting. I've never seen anything like that.
And do you want to see their eyes? Look how cute their eyes look.
Yeah, they are very cute. Well, thanks for sharing, Scarlett. All right. Well, unless you're Cashton, I'll see all the rest of you guys. Have a good morning. And reading group or thank you, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.